Here. Bode, come here. Bode! Bodie! Come here, please. Look at him. Come here, please. Thank you. Come here. Did you say hello? Yeah. Dog slobber all over him. Hello. There's that sigh again. That's my soul saying thank you. So we know that these trees communicate through their roots to other trees and what have you, and I believe to some extent we do as well as humans. Bode, please don't lick, thank you. Come on, this way, this way. Yes, I believe that we do as well, and we're currently living through very, very odd, weird times, as we know, where there can be, 100 different genders apparently. You go to school, you have your biology lesson, they teach you that there's 2 genders, and then you say, oh, there's 2 genders, and they say, no, that's wrong. So it's all very odd. And then of course we've got wars, got several wars on at the moment, but we only care about one. It's all about the media and the government and money, and they tell us what to think and what to be concerned about and what not to bother about. So some wars don't matter, sadly, and other wars do. And Bode is licking again. Bode, can you please stop licking? Come here. Thank you. Take a seat. Oh dear. So, come here, my lovely. Come here, otherwise I have to put you on your lead. Okay. So, yes, we know that trees do communicate, and I'm sure that humans also communicate. So we're going through these really weird times and what have you, and I think the more we are concerned about them, more we worry about them, think about them, give them any credence, hold them in our heads, in our hearts, in our souls, then the more impactful they are, and the more chances of passing that on to people. That's what I believe. And the way we feel, each of us, does have a knock-on effect to the next person that we meet, but also has a knock-on effect, like the trees, talking to whoever, I think to our ancestors, because we're all connected and we communicate in ways that we don't understand mostly, but we are all connected, and also those yet to come. So if we're thinking all this rubbish all the time that the governments have made up, that the newspapers are telling us this is what we need to be concerned about, this is the current thing, this is, don't matter about anything else, but today we're going to be worried and concerned about this particular aspect of life. And the more we hear, it does rub off on us to a certain extent. It's absolutely ridiculous and crazy. And the world has turned into just a ridiculous, crazy load of nonsense, I watched a YouTube video. They went to a college and with a microphone and a camera, and they just spoke to random students, but they chose male students, and they said to them, are you straight, Well, no, they didn't. They said, how many genders are there? Nobody could answer. A couple of them said, well, there's 2, but there could be more, whatever answer that is. But it was all very confusing. I don't like this t-shirt, that's better. It was all very confusing, and they were struggling for words and trying to say the right thing. Bless them. Scared stiff that somebody might hear an original thought coming from their brain. So it was all very sad, and they said to them, you know, what gender are you? And they couldn't really answer, you know, mostly. But a couple of them, these boys or men, did say that they're straight. And then they said, are you currently in a relationship? And I think they all said no, not at the moment. So they said, if you're looking for a girlfriend, would you date a trans female? And they said, well, yeah, you know, because she's going to be a woman at some stage. And that's all fair enough, but she's a man. At the moment, he is a man, because if he hasn't had the operation and what have you, he's still got a penis, so they would have a relationship, possibly a sexual relationship with a man, whilst waiting for that man to become a woman. Is that what they're saying? I don't know. It's all very confusing. So I'm glad that I'm not a teenage boy trying to grow up in this crazy world, and I'm glad that I don't follow mainstream news and I don't listen to the government. I do what's right for me in my life. I'm very glad that I've got that ability just to think it through and do what's right for me. So on the back of all that, I've got a premiere coming up on the 27th, and I've got a number of jokes that I've told in the premiere, because jokes are something that is going to be attacked. I think it is being attacked, but I think it'll be attacked big time, and you won't be allowed to tell a joke eventually. I mean, they're eradicating books, aren't they, and passages of books and certain words out of the English language and stuff like that. And before too long, we won't have jokes. And jokes kind of make the world go round. Laughter makes the world go round, definitely. I think the only international language is laughter. You watch any documentary, you watch a documentary of West Africa, of, you know, Hong Kong, of Birmingham, wherever, and you'll see people laughing. And we know what that means. We know what the laughter... Come here, please, Bode. No, come here. Bodie, will you come here? No, come here. Come here. Right, come here, please. Under here. Here. Bode, here. Bode. Bode. I'm trying to teach him to stay, but he can't.
He can't help himself.
No. Bode, come here, please.
He just wants to say hello.
Yeah.
Lots of waggy tails.
Yeah, good. Come here, Bode. Bode, here, don't run. Come here. Yeah, so I think the laughter is international, really. You know, we do understand it. We know what it means. And I think they must joke. Everybody must joke and mess around and be silly and play pranks. And one thing I think we've all done is frighten somebody. You hide in a cupboard or whatever, or behind a door, or in my case, behind a tree with that little fella over there, and he looks all panicked and he tries to find me, and he suddenly comes running back with his worried face, and I jump out and go, ah, and he sort of jumps a little bit. So I think we all do that. It's humour. We all do, you know, whether it's good or bad or indifferent humour, it's still humour. So I want to try to keep a few jokes alive, so I thought in the premiere I would tell some jokes. Now, we live in a world, as I've just said, of confusion and rubbish, and we're told what to do, say and think. Well, this time, let's not be told what to do, say and think. Let's take the jokes for what they are, just silly humour. Because we live in a world of snowflakery, of, oh, I've taken offence, oh, I'm upset, you know. You can't talk about a fat man or an Irish man or a duck, you know, or a nun. Anyway, so I have talked about lots of different things in the premiere, and it's a bit of a laugh, I tells you. Now, you won't like all the jokes. Some of them you might roar with laughter, who knows. Some of them you might groan and think, oh, that's not very good. And some of them you might think, oh, that's awful, in bad taste. I don't think they're overly in bad taste. I was told one just 2 days ago, and I wouldn't put it in the premiere. In fact, I don't think I'd pass it on, the joke. It was not nice. You know, for me, on my level, I heard it and I thought, that's not for me. You know, but whatever. Anyway, so all I'm saying is the premiere, 27th, it's going to be a bit of a laugh. Come and join us if you want. But try not to be offended. try your hardest not to be offended. Isn't it funny? You've got to try not to be offended. It's nonsense, really. So I just saw this red thing. Oh, it's a little ribbon. I did wonder what it was. Okay, so he's gone that way somewhere. Bird! Bird! This way, please! Hello! Hello, soldier! Okay, so I'm going to turn this nonsense off now. And we're going to go for a little bit of a bimble and play BALL. When we get to the place where I'm playing BALL, I will tell a few jokes and snip them into the premiere, because I've got, I think, 3 jokes in my head, so it's going to be good fun, well, for most of us. All right, duck. Yeah, I know. Okay, so if we all collectively think happy thoughts, and we try and be peaceful, and we try and enjoy our life, and we tell each other jokes, and don't think too much about wars and the confusion of young minds and whatever, then the world would be a better place, because, as I say, we communicate that silently, we communicate that to each other, and that seeps through our soul, I believe. It seeps through us into the land, into it's our way of communicating perhaps with our ancestors and, as I say, those yet to come. So if we're all thinking like that, we've all let go of the nonsense just for an hour or so while the premiere's on, and we've all had a little bit of a chuckle. That can only be a good thing in my mind. So make up your mind on the 27th if you want to, if you dare. I think it'll be a laugh. Okay, so whatever you're doing today, try and enjoy your day and find a reason to smile. Any reason, a reason to smile. Because life is difficult enough without adding to it, isn't it, with the rubbish. Let's have a laugh sometimes. So think of a joke and go and tell it to your friend, your neighbour, your mum, somebody, and smile. Take care then. Be well.